Mamdani taking aim at food delivery companies,
accusing some of stealing millions of dollars worth of pay from delivery workers. Fox 5's Antwan Lewis is live in East Harlem to tell us more. Antwan.
Good evening, Natasha and Steve and everyone watching. The new mayor is saying that this next step, if you will, after a series of steps this week, is all designed to protect the 80,000 delivery workers who service the 5 boroughs. Today, the new mayor, Mayor Mamdani, is sending a file, if you will, to the owners and the CEO of the company MotoClick. MotoClick is a delivery app that's a platform that consolidates orders from apps like Grubhub, DoorDash into one place for better management and delivery coordination. City Hall says MotoClick engaged in practices such as charging delivery workers, also called deliveristas, $10 for canceled orders, and in some cases deducting the entire amount of a canceled order from the worker's pay, which many say is already low enough. Now, again, this comes on the heels of the Department of Consumer and Worker Protection releasing a report that argued DoorDash and Uber Eats engineered design tricks in their apps to deprive workers of millions of dollars worth of tips. Take a listen.
The DCWP received 20 complaints and immediately launched an investigation, and MotoClick still refused to comply. No longer will we tolerate corporate mistreatment of workers across these 5 boroughs, which is why we have sent warning letters to 60 app companies, warning them that new laws protecting workers will take effect on January 26th of this year, and that those laws will be enforced.
And also, Team Mamdani now has a new member. This afternoon, Afua Adamensa was introduced as the Chief Equity Officer and Commissioner of the Mayor's Office of Equity and Racial Justice, which advances racial equity across city agencies, but will have to first deliver the citywide racial equity plan, which is due within the administration's first 100 days, to which this is, of course, day 15. As you come back to us live, Stephen, going back to the first part of the story of today's announcement from the mayor and his office and his team, we reached out to MotoClick in regards to the suit being filed against them and their company's CEO. We have not heard anything back, but we'll, of course, stay on top of it. This is the very latest from East Harlem. Back inside to you.